Hello people off the internet. So today I'm going to be putting in a volt meter, and this is really to give me an indication of what the main battery is doing. I've got other devices to tell me what the leisure battery is doing, and those will be coming up in future videos. Now I went on eBay and I got myself a bit of kit and I wanted to stick it in the dashboard. Now when it arrived it came with a 3-hole plate, which is what I was after. And in there is a USB QC 3.0. Now I don't know what that means, and wish that fucking dog would shut up. Yeah, I do F and Jeff on this channel. It's not for kids. In there also is a 12-volt socket, and that was it. That was all that came. 3 fucking holes. 2 objects to go in. So I did complain, and they've sent me out another one, which is great. So it's the on-off switch, because I don't want to see what the battery's doing all the time. It's not relevant. But included in that, then they sent me the full package, which also included the 12-volt socket, so I may find a use for that somewhere else, and then also the USB socket, this time in blue. So the original, obviously what I wanted, come in black. So they sent me a blue one. So these are spares. I'm not going to use this in the dashboard because it will just fry my OCD head. All the bits and pieces, the connectors and everything. So I'm just going to run these directly off the main battery because that's what I want it to run from. It's really just to give the vehicle some extra options for the missus when she's sitting on the other side. So she can charge her phone. The only other socket is running from the cigarette lighter, and I've currently blocked that with a snazzy drinks holder that I got off a website. I can't remember, but there'll be a link in the description. No, there's a link now underneath to show you what that is. I just can't remember off the top of my head. And the reason I bought that is I also needed to purchase a new ignition lock thing, switch. And I got that from the same website. And as a suggested purchase, they said, how about this snazzy drinks holder, which slots into your ashtray? I think I paid 27 quid. It's metal with paint and stuff on it. It's pretty cool. And I'll show you how that slots in now. So here it is. Just a drinks holder really, and this lip here goes over the lip of your ashtray down here, so it just simply slots in over the top, and then you shut your ashtray. Boom, boom. Now I dare say it's quite rattly, and I don't know why Coca-Cola decided to make their fucking cans into test tubes, but they have, and here we are. So as you can see here, I've blocked the socket. The other USB charging point is off my stereo, and they're not, I think there are like 1.2 volts that come out of that, so it barely charges as you're using it. So this is it, this is the job. And I'm going to stick, let's just move this tripod, I'm going to stick this yoke, the bracket, let's get rid of my mask. Now I'm in 2 minds there, but then I think there should be a good bit of space behind that, or there in that space there. So as yet I'm undecided, but the first job really I need to tackle, eBay special, changed all the locks, did a video, I think it was my first video. Oh my god, that was a drama. And so this needs to go into there to fit into this yoke here, so I need to take all this bloody thing off again to get this going. Alright, so I'm going to do this, get this off, take out, replace this bit because that is just spinning in there. I don't know if you can really see. Let me get my head closer. No, you can't. I'll take a picture. In there, I'll get this fixed, and I need to swap this out. Hopefully I've ordered the right part, because I'm a dickhead. I didn't take everything off to have a look. I just put on the bits I thought I needed. So this is going to be me for the next week, sorting all that shit out in there, taking all the cardboard to the dump, and fitting everything that needs to be fitted, because my living room is basically a storage unit, and the missus is getting pissed off with it. and to be fair, so am I. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, so I've just pulled off the horn. I'm using a 24mm socket. I'm just removing the bolt, which, as I recall, was an absolute bitch to get back on. There we go, it's already popped. So see, getting that thread back now, yeah, that's going to be a world of pain. So there's a shitty old steering wheel. Move this tripod out of the way, don't need it. There's your spring. And then we unscrew these with star heads. So no bollocks, I have to go and get that. Stay there. So I don't know if you remember this, but I bought this set years ago. I'm not even joking, about 30 years ago. And it has all of these different shaped heads on it. And it just so happens that one of them, not that one, fit. I think it's a small one. Boom. And I get my Tesco's special household toolkit. And just open up. And we just connect this. So we're taking off the indicator stalks. Unclip this. On that. Right, this out. Now there's two of these on this one. Alright, so just be wary of that. Pull and slide, and then at the back, same again. Sweet catches. You can't get it off over the top. And then slide that off. Oh, there's a second one. Forgot about that. Oh, shit. That's it. Right. So now we've those out. Now I need to get this off so I can get to the back of the barrel. So hopefully this will be a good test. Now this block should fit that shape. Now that is good news. So now I have to get this into the back of this, which means getting that off, which is an absolute twat. And so we're just going to tap the shit out of it. And I'll be here for about 20 minutes, slowly getting this up. So, join me later. So we've got this off. There's plenty of videos on how to remove this, but basically it just, that sits over there. There's a bolt goes through that, which I take off, which is simple enough, and then you just slide it out. Now, that's the one that was in there. So if we turn this round, it should slot in that way, and it's just retained by a little screw, and then that's it. Now, as I take this out, I can see in there. Let me get this right. Let's get this tilted. Let's put a light on. So I'm just trying to get this. I'm working off a there. So in there is a issue. And that the plastic is turning. So that looks fucked. Let's see if it comes out, or it's just a spin. No, it's doing its job. It's not fucked. Right, so we've got the replacement part, which is a top ran replacement. So this was a top ran, and it's not doing its bloody job anymore. So now we have a replacement. So we just slide it in, stick that in there. Now we'll slide that in. Now my problem with this is it doesn't stay in. That catch there is supposed to grab into this groove in here. Alright, so there's a little bit of a groove cut out, which is the bit that you drill so that you can push on this spring. Now this spring is supposed to sit in there and secure it, but I think my vehicle had an immobilizer and it doesn't stay in, which is a royal pain in the arse. So the only thing I can think of is pulling that spring out a little bit. Not sure. If you have any better ideas, please do leave a comment in the section below. So I'm going to fitter around with this, see if I can get it to sit in while I've got it all out. See you in a minute. So I've spared you all the boredom of watching me reassemble the steering wheel. The last issue I had putting the steering wheel back on was the steering rod. When you release the bolt and to take the steering wheel off, and there's a bolt there, when you release that, the steering wheel rod is on a spring, so it will shoot back. Okay, so what you really need to do is make sure that you pull it all the way forward with the key in the ignition turned to the ignition on, almost, because what that does is it releases the locking bar. If you don't have the key in, you'll not get the rod all the way back up, and you're on a hiding to nothing, because you'll not reach, right? And you'll be yanking away, and you won't understand why, just like I did a minute ago. So I've got the steering wheel back on. Everything's good. It's working. I use this. I seriously regret doing this, and you'll see why in later videos. Just glue it on into place. Now it's setting. I'm not going to. I'll just put a little bit of glue around the lip, as you can see in the picture, and I'm just going to leave it to set and stop touching it. So I ran a little bit down the side of the thread. Yeah, I've probably caused a few issues up ahead. Should I ever have to do that again? However, you can get them at the scrap yards for next to nothing, and if you can't get your steering lock out, or your key lock out, then 20 quid and you've an afternoon's bit of fun changing all the locks again. Or you can have two keys, whatever. So the next job for the next video is, as I said, is this thing with all these bits to go in. I'm going to start moving the van around because it's going to start changing weather quite soon here. Back to Northern Ireland, classic weather. I know it is September, but Jesus, it was hot today. So I'm going to turn the van around so I've got easy access to the passenger side because it's a bit tight on that side. And then get the marquee up and get cracking. So join me in the next video to see how I get on sticking all this dashboard stuff. And in the video after that, we're really going to get serious. We're going to do the dashboard. Not the what? You dickhead. We're going to do the back of the van. We're going to do the rock and roll bed. And that, again, is an eBay purchase. So, it's getting busy here on the street. What time is it? It's getting close to home time for a lot of people. As I said, I'm on holiday. I'm going to really crack on with this over the next lot of days. So you'll see videos coming out more regularly. Okay. See you in the next one. Click like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Leave a comment on if you had a better idea of how to keep the ignition in the same place. If you've got one of them cheap eBay ones, there's a link in the description for those as well. I think about 20 quid and you get about 5 locks with them. 4 locks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and an ignition barrel. They're not great, but you know, you get what you pay for. I ain't paying 130 quid for one from Volkswagen. They can bite my eye.